Hey everyone! Welcome back to Stunning Memories. Today, we're rewinding to one of the most heartwarming musicals of the 80s, Annie, 1982. This classic film gave us unforgettable songs, lovable orphans, and a redheaded heroine who taught us all that the sun'll come out tomorrow. From the spunky kids who sang their way into our hearts to the comedy legends who made us laugh out loud, we're checking in on the stars of Annie, then and now. You won't believe where life has taken these talented actors over 4 decades later. Some took the stage, some took new paths, and one became a true Hollywood icon. Aileen Quinn captured hearts worldwide as the spunky, red-headed orphan in Annie 1982. At just 11 years old, she carried the entire movie with her boundless energy, expressive eyes, and unforgettable voice, especially in Tomorrow, one of the most iconic movie musical moments ever. With her curls, charm, and natural talent, Aileen embodied the spirit of hope and optimism that made Annie a timeless family favorite. Cast after an exhaustive nationwide search, she became a household name almost overnight. Her chemistry with co-stars like Albert Finney and Carol Burnett was pure magic, bringing both laughter and heart to the big screen. Even decades later, her portrayal of Annie remains one of the most beloved performances in movie musical history. Now, 54 years old in 2025, Aileen Quinn has gracefully transitioned from child star to educator and musician. After Annie, she took on a few acting roles before turning her focus to academics and the arts. Today, she's a college professor teaching theater and film, while also fronting her band, Aileen Quinn and the Leapin' Lizards, a fun nod to her Annie roots. She still occasionally performs on stage, delighting fans who grew up singing along to her songs. Aileen's journey from the orphanage to the classroom proves that her love for performing and inspiring others never faded. Roseanne Santino brought sass, attitude, and heart to the role of Pepper, the tough-talking leader of the orphans in Annie, 1982. At just 13 years old during filming, she gave the character a perfect mix of toughness and vulnerability, standing out with her sharp delivery and commanding presence. Interestingly, Roseanne originally played Annie herself in the Broadway national tour before being cast as Pepper for the film, a true testament to her strong stage background and talent. Her fiery performance made Pepper unforgettable among the pack of orphans, especially during the rousing musical numbers. Roseanne's confident screen presence and natural energy made her one of the standout young performers in this classic musical adaptation. Now 57 years old in 2025, Roseanne Sorrentino stepped away from Hollywood but never lost her love for performing and storytelling. After Annie, she continued to participate in theater productions before turning her focus to education. Today, she works as a school teacher on Long Island, where she inspires a new generation with the same enthusiasm she once brought to the screen. Roseanne occasionally appears at Annie reunions and fan events, where she's celebrated for her iconic performance as Pepper. Though she traded movie sets for classrooms, her vibrant personality and passion for the arts continue to shine just as brightly. At only 6 years old, Toni and Gisondi melted hearts as the adorable and wide-eyed Molly in Annie, 1982. As the youngest orphan, she was the emotional center of many touching moments, bringing innocence, humor, and charm to the big screen. Her sweet voice and expressive acting stood out, especially during musical numbers like You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile. Despite being the smallest in the cast, Toni Ann's energy and natural talent made her one of the film's most memorable characters. Fans instantly connected with her, and she became a beloved figure in 1980s family cinema. A tiny star who shined brightly in a movie filled with big personalities. Now 50 years old in 2025, Toni Ann Gisondi lives in New Jersey and occasionally attends Annie fan events, where she's warmly remembered for her role as Molly. After her early success, she stepped away from Hollywood to focus on education and family life. Although she didn't pursue a full-time acting career, her performance in Annie remains iconic to this day. Fans still recall her adorable presence and that signature smile that captured the spirit of childhood hope. Toni Ann may have left the spotlight early, but her role continues to sparkle in the hearts of audiences who grew up loving Annie. Laura Burke played Tessie, the sweet and sensitive orphan best known for her catchphrase, "Oh my goodness," in Annie, 1982. At just 9 years old, she perfectly captured the wide-eyed innocence and vulnerability of her character. adding both humor and heart to the story. Tessie may not have had the biggest role, but her emotional honesty and memorable moments made her stand out among the group of orphans. Laura's expressive face and strong stage presence helped make Annie the warm, joyful musical that audiences still cherish today. Though her career in Hollywood was brief, her portrayal of Tessie remains a nostalgic highlight for fans of this timeless family classic. Now around 53 years old in 2025, Laura Burke lives a quiet, private life away from the entertainment industry. Though she stepped out of the spotlight, her line, "Oh my goodness," continues to echo in the hearts of Annie fans worldwide. April Lerman brought warmth and charm to her role as Kate, one of the older orphans in Annie, 1982. At just 12 years old, she balanced maturity and mischief perfectly, helping anchor the group of girls with her confident energy. Her performance in the movie musical showcased her natural talent and comedic timing, especially in the lively ensemble numbers like It's the Hard Knock Life. After Annie, April continued acting and gained more recognition for her role as Lila Pembroke in the hit TV sitcom Charles in Charge. With her expressive eyes and magnetic screen presence, she easily won over audiences and became one of the most memorable young performers of the early 80s. Now, 56 years old in 2025, April Lerman has taken a completely different path from Hollywood. After stepping away from acting in the 1990s, she pursued higher education and became a licensed family therapist. While she may no longer perform on screen, April continues to help others in meaningful ways, proving that her compassion and empathy shine just as brightly off camera as they once did on it. Robin Ignico lit up the screen as Duffy, one of the spirited orphans in Annie 1982. At just 11 years old during filming, she brought plenty of sass, energy, and personality to her role, especially in the lively musical scenes like You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile. Her enthusiasm helped make the orphan ensemble feel real and full of heart. Before Annie, Robin had already appeared in commercials and TV shows, showing early signs of her singing and dancing talent. Her expressive face and natural stage presence made her stand out among the young cast. Though she didn't have as many solo lines, her performance added warmth, humor, and authenticity to the group dynamic that made the film unforgettable. Now, 55 years old in 2025, Robin Ignico stepped away from the entertainment spotlight not long after Annie. While she left acting during her teen years, she remains fondly remembered by fans for her joyful contribution to the movie's musical magic. Robin occasionally reconnects with Annie cast reunions and fan events, cherishing the legacy of a film that continues to inspire audiences more than 4 decades later. We also take a moment to honor the iconic adult star of the film, Carol Burnett. In Annie, 1982, the legendary Carol Burnett stole every scene as Miss Hannigan, the comically cruel orphanage matron with a love for gin and disdain for kids. At 48, Burnett's blend of slapstick humor, theatrical timing, and hidden vulnerability turned Miss Hannigan into one of the most iconic villains of the era. Her exaggerated expressions, sharp wit, and over-the-top antics brought hilarious chaos to every frame. Already a household name from The Carol Burnett Show, she used her comedic brilliance to transform what could have been a one-note role into a deliciously funny, yet strangely sympathetic character. Her performance not only defined Annie's humor, but also solidified her status as one of America's greatest comedic actresses. Now, 92 years old in 2025, Carol Burnett remains a living legend in entertainment. Her groundbreaking career spans over 6 decades, from sketch comedy to Broadway and film. Though she's slowed down her acting appearances, Burnett continues to inspire younger generations of comedians and performers with her timeless wit and grace. She's received numerous honors, including the Golden Globe, Emmy Awards, and even the Golden Globe's Carol Burnett Award named in her honor. Still sharp, funny, and full of heart, Burnett occasionally makes special appearances, proving that true talent never fades. It only grows more iconic with time. And that's our look back at the cast of Annie. From the scrappy orphans who made us smile to the stars, who became legends. It's amazing to see how far they've all come since 1982, each following their own unique journey while leaving a timeless mark on movie history. We also pay special tribute to the incredible Carol Burnett and Roger Minami, 2 stars whose performances still shine bright after all these years. If you loved this nostalgic trip, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more then and now stories right here on Stunning Memories.